How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. If you're here, you're wondering what it's like to live in Upper Macungie Township. As you saw in my last video, it's one of my top 5 places to live in Lehigh Valley. If you wanted to learn more about it, stick around and we're going to talk about it in this video. If you're new to the channel, this is where we talk about everything about the Lehigh Valley, what it's like to live here, play here, eat here, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And today we are looking at Upper Macungie Township, and I'm starting off here at Vinecrest, one of the vineyards in the Lehigh Valley. They have their own tasting room. They have live music a lot of the times. As you can see, it's a beautiful day to come out here today and take a walk. One of the benefits of living in Lehigh Valley is all the breweries and the wineries that are available. They are all over the place, and in Upper Macungie, there is no limit to where you go. There's some right down the road if you go towards a little bit further towards Kutztown, or right in your backyard in Upper Macungie Township. So again, great place to be. We're going to check out what else Upper Macungie has to offer as we move along the video. So let's go check it out. All right, guys, so we're at our next stop in Upper Macungie, and we're at a shopping center, or kind of a center where there's some flower shop, there's a beer distributor, cleaning place, there's a couple of restaurants. Definitely a nice little place to stop if you need something, and this is typical for Upper Macungie. So I don't know if you see in the back here, we're basically Upper Macungie, you're getting, there's a truck right there sitting behind me. You're getting a lot of trucking routes around a lot of open space, such as farms, a lot of cornfields, a lot of little neighborhoods that are mixed in there, but really busy once you get towards the central part of Upper Macungie, mainly because there's a lot of manufacturing here, there's a lot of warehousing here. If you're coming to Lehigh Valley for a job, there's a good chance that you're going to be working for an employer that is in this general area, because there's a lot of manufacturing. Nestle's here, Sharp is here, Air Products, UPS. I mean, there's a whole laundry list of employers that are around the area, and this is one of the main reasons that Lehigh Valley is such a great place to be. It provides a lot of opportunity. However, there is a lot of trucks going in and out. And again, you're either going to be, if you want to go to a restaurant, or you're looking to go into town, this is basically being in town. You're going to hear some trucks. You're going to hear them, a lot of commotion. It's busy. Now there are some restaurants on the outskirts and this and that you'll find, but there's not really a main street that you'd go and kind of just walk and go around and look to see what's available. This is kind of what you get in Upper Macungie. This, and then a lot of open space. So you're either in one of the two camps, and there's neighborhoods in those areas as well. A lot of good hiking in the area. They have the preserve nearby, great trail to walk, very long. It's a great place to be as well. Now, if you're looking to move to Macungie, you're thinking about it in the next 9 or 90 days, remember, feel free to subscribe, ding the bell for notifications, or reach out to me with any questions you have. Call, text, email, all my information is below. Send smoke signals, whatever you got to do to get a hold of me. Feel free to reach out. I'm happy to answer any of your questions as well. Now, I want to go take a look at some of the price points in Macungie and Upper Macungie, and you can see kind of what you'd be looking at for various price points as well. So let's go take a look. All right, guys, so we're at our first price point here, and this is $200,000 to $400,000 for a home in Upper Macungie. As you see, you're getting ranch homes, you got some colonial homes, usually 1 to 2 car garage. If you get that, or you'll get a little more square footage. Looking at about 2,100 square feet in a home, maybe a little bit more even. Upper Macungie, you seem to get a little bit more at that price point than you would in some of the other areas we're talking about. What I liked about this neighborhood was, since I've been driving through it, I saw 3 watch children signs, which I thought that was really awesome. Even in my neighborhood, we don't see that many signs, kind of slow down. There's actually some speed bumps as well here, which I thought was really nice. I did tell you earlier about Upper Macungie and how loud it could possibly be, because you're near all the trucking routes. But realistically, I'm here and I don't really hear a lot of traffic, and I'm really not that far away either. I went a little further out from the, kind of the center of the where all the commotion is. So as I mentioned, Upper Macungie, you're getting a lot of trucking routes, a lot of warehousing, a lot of stuff like that. But then once you go a little bit further out, it doesn't take much to be way out in the country where you're in the fields, you're on a lot of farms, and it can be really quiet. So we're kind of right at that sweet spot now where we're in a neighborhood. This is a neighborhood. You can walk around, you got neighbors, but you're not right in that area where there's all the traffic, all the trucking, all the noise. So it's actually pretty nice. I was actually surprised when I got out how quiet it actually was. So it's good to know. The school district for the area is Parkland School District. Great school district. It's very big. If you want your kids to have all the opportunities they're ever going to want, as far as clubs or groups or sports, Parkland is the place to be. It's a huge school. People love going there. I personally think it's too big for my children, so it's not a school district I would necessarily want to go to. But that it doesn't mean it's not a great school. It is a really good school. It's highly rated, and it has a lot of opportunities for kids. It's just too big for me, to be honest with you. I'm used to, I graduated with a class of 73. So I mean, if you didn't know everybody in your class at that point, you're basically dead. So it's good to know about the school district. It's a great place to be. Again, really quiet neighborhood, and I definitely recommend looking in this area. All right, guys, we're at our next price point here, and it's about $600,000 to $800,000. We're typically looking at anywhere between 4 to 5 bedrooms, 4 to 5, maybe even 6 baths. About 4,500 square feet is typical. Again, it's a pretty big house. You're getting quite a bit more in the Upper Macungie area than you would in some of the other neighborhoods we're talking about. One thing that I really enjoyed about these neighborhoods that we're going through right now is that they have a lot of watch children signs. There's a sign that I just passed. It says, we love our children, please slow down. So Upper Macungie gets an A+ for children's safety. Definitely nice to see, especially, me, I have kids. We typically look for areas that, promote safety and just driving safely, and making sure the kids are safe. But again, really nice neighborhood. It's close to the park. Just general information, Upper Macungie, typical, at median sales price is about $390,000. And again, this is kind of what you expect in the $600,000 to $800,000 price range. All right, guys, so we're at our last price point in Upper Macungie, and that is $1 million to $1.5 million about. Give or take 100 million or so, or 100,000 or so. No one minds that. But typically, what you're going to get in Upper Macungie, you get quite a bit for your money in Upper Macungie. Like I said, it's definitely more than some of the other neighborhoods that we've gone through in our neighborhood tours. And if you haven't seen those yet, take a look at my other videos as well. I did my top 5 in the Lehigh Valley, and also going through each of those 5 neighborhoods and just giving you an idea of what it's like to be in the neighborhood and what you could expect for what you're paying for. Again, in this neighborhood, Upper Macungie, you're looking at 6,000-7,000 square foot, 4 or 5 car garages, 6 bedrooms, 5 or 6 baths. Pretty typical, well manicured. Pools, typically common. But yeah, I mean, this is what you're going to get. What's surprising to me is this is the only neighborhood in Upper Macungie that I actually hear some manufacturing. I actually hear it here, which is really weird. It's very odd. But you're not very far from the parks. You're close to all the major routes that you need to get to. Again, you go a bit further out if you'd like, and you'll probably get a lot more land. But you're going to be it's going to be a little less convenient for when you're trying to go somewhere, go out to eat, do whatever you want to do. So this is typically, kind of one of the areas you'd move into in this price range if you wanted to be, somewhat convenient. But that's what you could expect. So next we're going to go, take a drive through the neighborhoods in Upper Macungie, and just so you get a feel of what it'd be like if you're going to drive through. Again, if you're moving to Lehigh Valley in the next 9 or 90 days, feel free to reach out. All my information is in the description below. Call, email, text, however you want to reach out to me is perfectly fine. And I hope to see you around the neighborhood.